Hello, Bishop Walsh here, Wednesday, November 22nd, and I'm here in the Bishop's Residence Chapel with the organ behind me because today is the feast of Saint Cecelia, Virgin and Martyr, and she is the patron saint of all musicians. And we thank God for the gift of the musicians that contribute their gifts and talents, especially to our liturgies. I'm just coming off of the wonderful experience of the NCYC, the National Catholic Youth Conference. That's what this hoodie is. And it was a wonderful experience. And when the music was played, it was really magnificent. They had tremendous speakers, but the musicians were really phenomenal. King and Country, and even some of the keynote speakers incorporated music into their talks. But just overall, the blending of a lot of contemporary music and ancient music, chanting and so forth for the liturgy and for the different activities as part of NCYC. It was a very moving part of the whole experience. So we thank our 40 plus young people and their chaperones, the youth ministers who accompanied them for this experience of the NCYC that was held at the Lucas Oil Arena and the Convention Center in downtown Indianapolis. We all had a wonderful time. It really was a great experience. I hadn't been to one in over 20 years, but many of our young people or our youth ministers have been participating in that event for many years. And it really is very life-giving. And I think it's something that we should continue to encourage our young people who are in high school to attend. Really has a great benefit, I think, for their overall understanding of the life of the church, who they are, and as a member of that church, and what gifts they can contribute and how important they are to us in the church. So it was a wonderful NCYC once again this year for the life of the church in the United States. For me personally, the highlight was hearing confessions, I think for over 7 hours, 2 hours the one day and over 4 hours another day, because there were just probably literally thousands of young people waiting in line to have their confession heard. So what a great grace that is. You know, to understand how important that sacrament is just in the regular part of our discipleship, to ask God's forgiveness and to move on with great zeal and confidence, knowing that God is a merciful God. So I'll be heading to Pittsburgh for Thanksgiving. I hope everyone enjoys a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I'm going to be enjoying my family, my mom and dad, who are traveling from Scranton. I have a niece who's going to be traveling from Philadelphia. And I'll be traveling from Michigan to converge all of us together in Pittsburgh, where my brother lives with my niece. And it's going to be just a happy time to be together. Looking forward to that good family time. I'll be back on Saturday night to celebrate Mass at St. James in Whittemore, staying overnight in West Branch. And then I'll have Mass in the morning at Holy Family in Klacking Creek, and then shoot down to Skidway Lake for St. Stephen of Hungary. So those are a cluster of 3 churches that I haven't been to yet. So again, I'm slowly trying to get to all of the churches I haven't celebrated a Mass in yet, and looking forward to spending time with those communities. Tuesday of next week, I'm going to be enjoying a dinner with the Myler family and others that they've invited. They were the ones who very generously auctioned off the dinner for the Gladhander event that raises money for the GTAC school system. So I'm very much looking forward to that, and thank the Myler family for their generosity in supporting Catholic education. And I'll just leave you with, if you have an opportunity, and YouTube Charles Kuralt Thanksgiving from, I forget how many years ago, probably in the 1970s or 80s. And every Thanksgiving, I can't help but think of it. Once I saw it, it never left my head. It's the story of a family that gathers for Thanksgiving. They were a very poor family in Mississippi, and they had so many children. They were sharecroppers, but every one of them went on and gained a degree in higher education, master's degrees, doctorates, and they all come home. It shows them gathering with the mom and the dad and the grandchildren and everybody filling this house and celebrating Thanksgiving and the humility, the great sense of Thanksgiving, and kind of like fulfilling the American dream. You can't watch it and not cry at the end. I always get tears in my eyes when the Father offers a blessing on the meal, and just with such great joy and humility. So I'd encourage you to look that up. Charles Kuralt, On the Road, for a Thanksgiving memory. And I'll close with the song, as it is the Feast of Saint Cecelia. Now thank we all our God with hearts and hands and voices, who wondrous things has done, in whom this world rejoices, who from our mother's arms has blessed us on our way with countless gifts of love, and still is ours today. Happy Thanksgiving.